Welcome, racing fans, to this episode of Tim Reynolds Show as we're going over NASCAR Cup Series racing from Nashville Superspeedway this past weekend. And man, do we have a little bit of controversy, drama, and some weather to deal with in this one. That's right, as the race started out, number 20 Chirstopher Bell looked to be continuing his hot streak for Joe Gibbs Racing in his Toyota as he was able to get the Stage 1 and Stage 2 victory in this one to gain crucial points in the playoff standings and for seeding as we head towards the playoffs here in just a few weeks away. Chirstopher Bell puts himself in prime position to be able to get that top seed with the stage win and those extra points that he was able to get. Unfortunately, he gets caught up in a wreck in this one and actually gets knocked out of the race and does not end up finishing the race from Nashville. We also had a weather delay in this one for an hour and 20 minutes. Another weather delay here for NASCAR. After we sat through this one, we were able to come back and resume racing as the track got dried, and man, did we have one hell of a race. As the number 11 Toyota driven by Denny Hamlin for Joe Gibbs Racing looked like he had the victory sealed up, ready to go, and then we had a caution come out with 2 laps to go as the number 2 Ford driven by Austin Centric for Penske Racing crashed out in this one, brought out the caution, and Denny Hamlin had to race for his life. And in this one, we actually ended up having a NASCAR record 5 overtimes in this one. And for people who don't know, NASCAR's overtime is their way of being able to try to get a race in when we have a caution lap in the last few laps of the race. And in NASCAR overtime, you get 3 chances, 3 laps to get the race in. You have 2 laps to go, then the white flag. And when the white flag comes out, the next flag that comes out after the white flag is the last flag of the race, and that'll be who determine who is your winner. In this one, we were able to get all the way to the finish, to the last lap, as we also had some fuel strategy in this one, as the number 22 Ford for Penske Racing, driven by Joey Logano, was able to extend his fuel strategy more than anybody could have thought so. On a normal tank of gas, you get about 85 laps at this particular speedway in a NASCAR Cup Series car. But Joey Logano was able to save so much gas in the caution laps that we had, especially with there being so many caution laps, that he was able to get over 110 laps out of his gas tank to be able to fuel him to the victory in this one as he wins at Nashville Superspeedway, I should say, to get the victory in the NASCAR Cup Series after he held off a big push from the number 45 Toyota driven by Tyler Reddick, as he was able to pass by a lot of cars in the last few laps of the NASCAR overtime and almost gets past Joey Logano on the last lap, as Joey had to make a very crucial block in this one with almost no gas left in his car, folks, on the last lap to get the victory in this one as he punches his ticket into the NASCAR playoffs. Joey Logano and the number 22 Ford team for Penske Racing has cemented themselves in the playoffs for the 2024 season for the NASCAR Cup Series. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward with this team as the NASCAR Cup Series heads to Chicago this upcoming weekend for some street racing, baby. That's right. We ain't just taking left turns in this one. We taking right turns, and we see who's the best driver out there to get it done, as the NASCAR playoffs are just around the corner, man, and people are looking for these victories and looking for these points so they can cement their spot into the 2024 NASCAR playoffs. This has been Tim Reynolds Show with your NASCAR news update. Thank you, everybody, for following the show. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for all the support, guys. I appreciate it, racing fans, NASCAR fans, and sports fans all around the world and in this great country we live in, America. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. I hope you had a great holiday, a great Independence Day, and thank you so much for everybody who supports the channel. This is Tim Reynolds Show. Peace out, everybody.